The newest Buffalo Bill, one David Edwards, who signed on the dotted line today, 1-year deal with Buffalo. David, congratulations. Welcome to Buffalo. Tell me, how much of a sell job did Aaron Kromer put on you to get you to sign here?
Huh.
Your old O-line coach back in L.A. your first 2 years.
Yeah, well, thank you guys for having me, and I'm really excited to be a Bill. So I got the opportunity to play for him for 2 years, my first
Yeah.
2 years in LA, and I got the chance to visit the facility and sit down with him, and it didn't take long. But he's a great coach. I owe him a ton for who I am as a player today, and have the utmost respect for him as a person, as a coach.
Give us your idea of what you expected when you started talking to Buffalo before your visit, and then what happened, what changed, what did you see after your visit? How did it make you feel? Give us your take on the vibe here.
Yeah, I from afar you just see a really talented roster, some great schemes both offensively and defensively, and then when you go and visit, you kind of confirm what you thought from afar, right? Um, in addition to those great players, those great coaches, those great personnel staff, um, just some incredible people in that building. Everyone was incredibly friendly and welcoming, and I just thought it was a great fit for not only myself, but for my wife and my two girls. And it's close to home. It's just the perfect opportunity, I thought.
And then, David, I don't know how much changed after Coach Kromer left L.A. in terms of what you were asked to do as an offensive lineman, but I imagine it's going to be kind of like riding a bike for you. I mean, with all the starts you have under your belt in this league, getting back to the way Kromer likes things done in terms of blocking techniques, combos, all that kind of stuff. I imagine it's just going to be like getting right back on a bike and riding it. You're going to be able to hit the ground running when you get in here in OTAs, right?
Yeah, no question. And there was, not a ton of difference in what I did when Chrome left. Like I said earlier, I think so highly of him as a coach. The techniques and the fundamentals that he teaches are what I think should be taught in this league, and sustained for a long time in this league. So again, I owe him a ton for who I am as a player today.
So give us your timeline. I know that I don't know where you're at now. I mean, you're on the West Coast now. Are you in LA or are you back home?
I'm back home, so
Are you around Chicago?
I'm in Chicago right now. I'm actually at my parents' place, but my wife and I have a house in Chesterton, Indiana, where we live.
So what's your timeline about when you're gonna show up in Buffalo? What has the team told you about maybe coming in, getting acclimated to the building, maybe before OTAs and minicamp?
Yeah, so we're working through that right now. I would love to get a place to live, obviously, and kind of get acclimated before the 17th, and we'll kind of see what happens. But really excited to get out there with my family, and it's a great town, and again, excited for the opportunity.
I was going to ask you, I imagine Buffalo, in your brief exposure to it when you came to visit, probably looks a whole lot closer to Downers Grove than L.A. does.
Yeah, there's no question. There's no question. Yep.
Yeah, that's
you know
what I
what?
noticed when I
It's
got up here as well. Yeah.
yeah. It's the beauty of being from the Chicago area is it's only an hour flight.
Yep.
We got a ton of family and people that love to come visit and come see games. So it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I think you're going to find, and I'm sure people have told you this already, that home games here are a lot like big-time college football games, which I know you obviously experienced up in Madison at Wisconsin. So I think the vibe is going to be a lot like that for you when you step out on the field on Sundays. Question I have for you regarding pass pro, you played for, a great talent behind you in Matthew Stafford. I know he's got a little mobility, but he's mostly a pocket guy. I don't need to tell you that Josh Allen is not that. How does that change your mindset, as a pass protector when you know that plays more often than not are going to last a little bit longer with that guy back there throwing the football?
Exactly right. Yeah, I think your mindset, I guess, doesn't change, but it changes in the fact that you got blocked forever. And, when you have a special talent like him that can make, plays not only with his arm, but with his feet as well, you gotta use every ounce of energy you can play to play to give him an opportunity to make something happen. So maybe a little bit different in terms of the post snap stuff with Josh's ability to move, but I had a ton of respect for Matthew and who he is as a player, as a quarterback, and a person. But I'm really excited to play for Josh. I think it's going to be incredible.
So you had a chance already to win a world championship with LA, and one of your teammates for the last half of that year was Von Miller, who you're parachuting in. I don't know how well acquainted you are with Von or whatever. He was only there for maybe a cup of coffee, although it was a nice hot cup of coffee when he was there.
Yep.
Give us an idea of what it was like to have him on. He kind of parachuted in halfway through that season, win a world championship, and then all of a sudden he's here.
Yeah, I think when we found out we were signing Von, it was just this energy and like, almost like a, injection of energy that you're like, holy crap, we got some dudes on our front now. But Von Miller to athletes that have those guys, seeing them side by side on film was almost surreal. When you're watching practice and you're just like, oh my gosh, these guys are just freaks, efficient movers, powerful technicians. I mean, it was just incredible. So, and then, when you watched him in the playoffs too, you're just like, my God, this guy is incredible. The ability to put pressure on guys and beat O linemen and, stop the run. I mean, he can do it all. So he's a special guy, special player, and I'm excited to get to play with him again.
We're talking with Bill's newest offensive lineman, David Edwards, who just signed his one-year contract with the club today. And that brings me to the next question. Good segue, David, because going ones versus ones in training camp every year there, I mean, you're looking at Aaron Donald, Sebastian Joseph Day, Greg Gaines. I mean, you're looking at, even way back, going back to Michael Brockers before he left, you're looking at some hosses down inside every day. How much did that make you a better player, and how much easier did it make the games going against talent level like that in practice?
Yeah, there's no question. I got better as a player as a result of going against Aaron and Sebastian and Greg and Brock. Those guys are elite defensive linemen. So again, it's when you go one-on-one and in training camp or even in season, like, it brings the best out of everybody. Competition is king, I think, and being able to go against the best only makes you a better player. So did it make it easier in the games? I don't know if I'd say that. Those guys are, going against Aaron is like going against an alien. It's almost, a unique challenge in and of itself. But there's no question I got better going against those guys.
Last one I got for you, David. I know you're a guard by trade as far as your NFL career is concerned, but you played a ton of right tackle at Wisconsin. Has Kromes basically said, hey, let's just let you get settled in at guard? But these guys love position flex here in Buffalo.
Yeah.
They like signing guys with some position flex. You have tackle in your background. I'm just curious if that was even brought up by Kromes at all, in the early conversations that you've had. Guard's your spot, it would seem, but it's nice to know you got tackle in your background.
Yeah, that wasn't brought up in our discussions. I think that, guard is primarily what we were talking about. But I told him and I told, the other people in the building, like, I'm willing to play whatever position best fits myself, best fits this team, best fits the offense. And ultimately, the goal is to win a championship. And so however I can contribute to that is what I'm willing to do, whether that's tackle or guard. But I would imagine initially it would be guard.
Yeah. David, thanks. Congratulations on the new contract. Welcome to Buffalo. It's great talking to you, and good luck down there, and we'll see you when you get here.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate your time, and thanks for having me.
And happy belated birthday. Heck of a belated birthday present. You got a new contract? That's a pretty good birthday present. So happy birthday as well.
No doubt. Yeah. Thank you guys. Appreciate
All
it.
right.